Peace and blessings, sacred family, beloveds. Welcome to the first moment of the best of your life. We are just a couple minutes before the exact full moon, which is 15 degrees of, well, actually 16 degrees of Cancer. Exact at 6:08 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to offer some frequency of the Didgeridoo to harness this energy in a good way. It is so important that we be of the divine intention to create the realities that we want. And the full moon in Cancer is all about feelings. And it's time for us to be in the realization that we can choose feelings and choose the feelings that we want to feel, as opposed to waiting for the good feeling to choose us. We can choose the good feeling and ordain them into expression and into being. So there's some other things that I will share verbally, but first I'm going to bring in the frequency of my Didgeridoo. This one I call Pluto Dragon. And so align with me in what it is that you want to bring into manifestation for yourself, and to align with feelings in a good way, in a divine way. God, Goddess, and beloved angels, for the sacredness of this moment. Thank you for the harmonic convergence of all of those of us who are of a like mind and a like heart and a like spirit, that we harmonically converge together and co-intend the reality of the benevolent wielding of the forces of this full moon in Cancer. We are so grateful, so honored, so ecstatic to be the vessel through whom your benevolence flows, beloved Creator Source. We milk the miracle from this full moon and its relationship with Mercury retrograde. Well, this full moon is in an oppositional alignment or polarity alignment with the Sun, as well as Mercury conjuncting the Sun. And so we align ourselves with the benevolence of Mercury retrograde, realizing that all of the energies invert themselves and turn inward when Mercury is retrograde. And so we don't push against the forces for the external methodology of Mercury, where we realize that when Mercury goes retrograde, everything externally slows down and everything internally speeds up. And so we align ourselves with the acceleration of the inner sanctum of our being, the acceleration of our utilization of intuition and imagination, that we utilize the power of our feelings. For Cancer brings forth the great wisdom of feelings. We recognize our feelings at the root of being. We recognize our feelings as that which we bring into the embrace of all of the sacred desires that we hold. We wrap our feelings around our formless blessings that exist within the quantum realm of infinite possibilities. And we recognize the reality of possibilities and probabilities, that they are the predecessors of material actuality. And so we allow ourselves to be supremely grateful for all of our blessings. We recognize that thoughts and feelings create all forms, that blessings thrive before they are born. So through great prior appreciation, we now flood our lives with manifestations, recognizing that the great manifestation is eternal, a never-ending, formless stream of life. And if manifestation was our only thrill, we'd be in the grips of fear and strife. For forms will come and forms will go. This is a truth that we all know. And all things of time and space at some point will be erased. Faith is the substance of all desires, the evidence of that which is not seen. And so, I accelerate my appreciation of the unseen goodness, and all the riches of form are then mine to redeem, are then ours to redeem. When the miracles of our lives are still sleeping in the void, we skyrocket our gratitude and they come leaping from the void. For we are indeed pregnant with every blessing that will ever come to be, and they are embryos within our souls, even though our human eyes have yet to see. And so we see with the eye of mind and heart into infinite realms of the great unseen, choosing wonderful feelings without concrete reasons, and all the riches of the kingdom are now ours to redeem. This is the great manifestation, the womb of creation, the primordial cause of all manifestations. And so I thank you, beloveds, for co-creating with me. I thank you for recognizing the wonderful way in which feelings are our allies, that feelings are the root of our being, that our feelings are subjective, a representation of the central core of our being, the inner sanctum of our being, as our thoughts are related to the outwardness of life. Our feelings are related to the inwardness. And we are grateful that Cancer teaches us about this reality. Thank you, beloveds, for letting go of any fear of feelings and emotions and recognizing that they are the force that we wield in order to bring into crystallization what it is that we want to come to fruition in our lives. So much gratitude for realizing that fruition does not begin in the domain of manifestation. Fruition begins in the domain of formless manifestation. Thoughts and feelings create all forms, and blessings thrive before they are born. Just as I am here within my body, and you are there within your bodies, and so we are engaging with each other in form. And yet, it was by virtue of our formless intention to circle in and join in the platform of this video presentation that we were able to be here. We had to have that formless desire and that formless intention. And you can't grab a handful of desire, you can't grab a handful of intention. And this is one of the great wisdoms that is brought forth by the full moon in Cancer. The wisdom of aligning our feelings with our intention. This is the quantum intention. It takes feelings to usher intentions into crystallized reality. And so we honor the beautiful resonance of our feelings. I am that I feel every blessing that will ever become reality for me. And so I have another didgeridoo I want to play, and I'm going to play. This one is Mama Goddess. Mama Goddess Absolute. And it's appropriate in that the moon is full in Cancer. So align your intentions and your prayers with this transmission. Astarius for the wonderful frequency of the Didgeridoo. For those of you who are not familiar with the Didgeridoo, you may have noticed that there was no gaps in the sound. With most horn players, when they take a breath, an inhalation, the sound stops. And what you notice is the sound was continuous, going on and on. And the uninterrupted sound is a reflection of the endless nature of eternity. And so it's waking up the eternal connection in the essence of your being and calling you home to your absoluteness. And so thank you for sharing the resonance of this full moon. I have several videos that are downloads and transmissions with regards to the turn of the year and the power of the new year, as in KNEW, because the new KNEW is a resonance of that which we eternally knew, and it relates to the cosmic consciousness that has been coded within each and every one of us. For each of us are the microcosm of the Akashic records, the book of God's remembrance. The Akashic records, or Akashic records, represents the knowledge of all things, and we are the microcosm of that. And it is the happy new, eternal now, happy new KNEW, which carries both the KNEW as well as the NEW. The NEW represents that which has a beginning, that which comes into form. The KNEW is that which gives birth to form. KNEW is formless, and NEW is form. So happy new, eternal now, and happy new, eternal you. And the wonderful thing about the full moon is it is the resonance of all of our relations. It is the resonance of the oneness, of the wholeness, because the moon represents the subjective resonance of being. And therefore it is the container of all that is. The moon represents, that subjective knowledge of everything that is, was, or ever will be. And so we are all joined together in the resonance of the moon. We come together to reveal one another to each other. I am the part of you who is Astarius. You're the part of me who is y'all. And every being that we encounter is a mirrored reflection of some vital part of our own inner self, either our current self, yester self, future self, or at the very least, potential self. So let us be in the realization that when we circle in with other beings, that they're mirroring something to us. They're mirroring something of a wonderful nature, something that we're meant to cultivate and develop. And in some instances, they are mirroring what we, want to avoid or what we want to let go of. But there's always the mirroring. The universe is my twin, your twin. And every being in the whole of existence is my twin, your twin. God is our twin, because there is oneness of wholeness of being. And our power lies in defining ourselves by virtue of the all-inclusiveness of the whole universe that is microcosmically expressed within us. So blessed be the universe that we are. Blessed be the peace that we are. That we don't have to long for peace, because we belong to peace. And peace belongs to us, because peace is co-eternal with Creator Source. And we, being descendant of Creator Source, are also co-eternal with Creator Source, co-eternal with peace. Peace is forever. Peace was never missing. Attention upon peace can be missing, but peace itself is never missing. Love is never missing. There is no spot where love is not. Attention upon love can be missing, but love has never left the building. And so blessed be the eternal love that we are, the co-eternality that we share with love. Blessed be the co-eternality that we share with peace. Blessed be the co-eternality that we share with wisdom, with bliss, with joy. Blessed be our remembering at every cell, within every cell of our being, that we are blissstafarians, juicestafarians. We're meant to be blissful. We're meant to be the joy of the juice of life. Time to remember and own that. No more renting with option to buy. All is well in the kingdom of this now moment. We harmonically converge together and multiply the power of our individual being by virtue of recognizing our oneness with our universal being. Our power is in the all-inclusiveness of who we are rather than the exclusiveness of who we are. So blessed be the all-inclusiveness of our being. Blessed be our remembering. Blessed be our coming home to ourselves, following the guidance of our inner homing device, which is our inner divinity. Blessed be the frequency of this year, 2023, frequency of 7. So the availability of exalted spirituality is profound in this year. Spirituality, ability to wield the intuition, to become more masterful in the use of the imagination, the I Magi in action, I Magi in action. And so let us flourish and up-level in this year, 2023, and let us love each other in the recognition that it is enlightened self-interest, because when we're loving each other, we are loving the rest of who we are. Every being is part of the rest of who we all are. And it's time to embrace the whole of ourselves. I love you so much, from the heart, and the soul, and the mind, and the compassion of Astarius Miraculii. Let us fly well on the wings of ascension. Aho Ashe, Amen, Namaste. Hotep in Lakesh, Alak-in Shalom, Satnam Hariom, Rastafari. Our sacred juices are cooked and infinitely expanding. Juicestafari, Blissstafari. We'll always have many miles on our smile, wiggle in our giggle, tingling in our boots, laughter ever after, putting our strut and wings on our butt, because we're always rising up at the top. There's room for all, it's just the bottom. It's crowded, y'all, and so it is, and so it shall eternally be. Oh, one vocal harmonic. We got to bring a little of that in.